Morning, everyone. How are we doing today? It is Monday, October 12th, and this is, of course, your daily financial news. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We do these daily financial news 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right around 7:30. If we happen to have one of our expert series kind of interrupt that, we will do it earlier. But we typically shoot for 7:30 a.m. every Pacific every day. First and foremost, I want to let you know that this could be the last day that you could join the first 10,000 club. We are 32 subscribers away from the magic number of 10,000. Yes, it's entirely a vanity metric. It is one that I frankly never thought we would see, never had this kind of vision. Some of you that follow me, you had it and you told me it was coming. I didn't see it, but you know what? It could happen today. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to be a first of the first 10,000, go ahead and hit subscribe because I am not stopping. We will continue the daily financial news. I thoroughly enjoy it. Now enjoy doing the hot takes. Many of you are sending me articles to review. Of course, love our weekly expert series. We now have 4 experts Monday through Thursday. Looking to add one for Friday that I have fun. Greg, Jonathan, Omar, and Anna, tremendous. We do walkthroughs of properties I'm buying. We talk about the market. We do our Saturday live Q&A. So in the end, I'm having a good time. I hope you are. But again, today could be the last day. We're 32 people short as of right now. So if you want to say you were part of the first 10,000, hit subscribe and we'll see where we're at tomorrow. All right, so first, your daily financial news. If you watch the channel for any length of time, you will know that the sport I like to watch is basketball. One of the nice things I did for myself after being financially free is plunk down significant money on season tickets to the Warriors. This first year was terrible, 15 wins, bad. But next year will be better. But let's congratulate the Lakers. LeBron won his 4th ring, his 4th chip. The Lakers lost a legend in Kobe Bryant earlier in the year. I think I was in Taiwan when that went down. So a little good news for the Lakers this year. Congratulations. I want to give a shout out to Adam Silver. He is I don't know what you call him, the chairman of the NBA, the commissioner of the NBA. That bubble that they did there in Florida, it worked out. They were there nearly 100 days, and no COVID cases and the like. So it was very well done. And then lastly, the players, the coaches. Can you imagine? Could you be away from family for that long? Call it 100 days. That's a hell of a commitment. Yes, I know they're highly paid athletes and all of that, but still, 100 days in a hotel room? Ugh. 100 continuous days in a hotel room? Oh, yucky. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So anyways, just want to get that out of the way. Congratulations to them. I so look forward to next year. And yes, I did renew my season tickets because can the Warriors really be that bad again? 15 wins? Come on. Terrible. A couple of things coming up. I do expect Q3 earnings to be better than expected. But you got to be careful. This is one of those moments, in my opinion, where it's less about Q3. Q3 GDP is going to be up 30%. Most companies that are publicly traded should have made money. They are deemed essential versus all small or many mom and pops were not essential. So they should be making money. That said, though, I'm going to be looking for their guidance because I suspect we are going to hear 2 things in these announcements. One, are companies looking to streamline? Are they looking to cut out cost? Read layoffs. I expect to hear about efficiencies a lot in Q3 earnings announcements. They could be small in hundreds of layoffs, but any layoff in this environment hurts. To tens of thousands. It would not shock me at different companies. And then second, is any company going to talk guidance? Remember when they were doing Q1 earnings, nobody was talking guidance because nobody knew what to do. Now that it's pretty clear stimulus won't happen here before the election, our company is going to talk about and not talk about earnings guidance. That could start again. And we're going to start tomorrow. Delta Airlines and I think it's JP Morgan. I could be wrong. It might be Morgan Stanley. But anyways, the big banks start reporting tomorrow. So we're going to find out. So again, the earnings are going to be great. They're probably going to be, they're going to be great. Not just good. I think earnings are going to be great. But it's going to be about streamline, aka layoffs, and then guidance. I'm not sure we're going to get the guidance we want. Next up, Southwest Airlines has come out and asked their pilots to take a 10% pay cut. Basically, Southwest has never had to furlough folks. In lieu of furloughs, they are asking via their unions to take pay cuts, 10% for their pilots. They're being a little grouchy, which you would expect. But I suspect this goes through because Southwest of all the airlines, I think comes out of this stronger than when they went in. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for Apple. Apple is coming out with their kind of iPhone releases, multiple different versions, I'm sure. I've heard there's going to be a new case design. Interesting. And 5G is going to be a big deal, I am sure. So I'm curious, how many of you are out there just chomping at the bit to get the next iPhone? I wonder. I don't know. You know, they're not cheap, right? They're hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So I wonder if the upgrade cycle that the industry is planning for is delayed a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, as somebody just said, go ahead and smash that like button. I always forget to ask, so thank you for remembering. That would be great. Yes, as for my iPhone, I see no reason to upgrade. I won't be upgrading either, at least not soon. That said, it probably wouldn't shock me if my wife upgraded hers, so we shall see. I don't know if you're watching Europe. I'm absolutely watching Europe because, again, if you remember from earlier in the year, what happened in Europe first came to the US next, specifically New York. So I am watching it. Looks like the UK is going to be announcing some pretty strict shelter in place. And let's just say that's concerning to me, just given what the sample size was last time it went there, and then 3 to 6 weeks later it came to us. I see no chance for us shutting down our economy again. It's when you look at the totality of the people impacted and hurt by that, I think personally it's greater than if you didn't. I guess that's a point to be argued. There may be a couple of locales, like little areas that need to shelter in place. I could get behind that if something really flared up. But nationally speaking, I just don't see it. I think the downside is far greater. And it's just Q4 is going to be painful, folks. I don't know what else to say. Specifically in Europe, pubs, restaurants, and gyms being asked to close for 4 weeks. When do you just call it quits and mail in the keys and just go bankrupt? I mean, really? You're already being asked to be 25% occupancy, all these extra cleaning costs. When do you just give up and say, forget it? I mean, I don't know. I saw an article from Goldman this morning, Goldman Sachs. They actually put out a note talking about the blue wave, meaning the Democrats went keep the House, take the Senate, and take the presidency. They are putting that at 60%, 60. I don't know if it's that high, but it's probably going that direction. It's certainly more than it was a month ago. So yeah, I think it's something we need to be planning for. I know I am already starting to adjust and plan for that. Again, it's 3 weeks away, so we'll know shortly. But yeah, Goldman Sachs is out saying 60% odds that the Democrats sweep. And then they're saying, hey, if that happens, it's dollar weakness, and they're going to spend like drunken sailors on stimulus and infrastructure. Lastly, what else? I guess 2 more things. First off, there was the bond king or self-proclaimed bond king, Jeffrey Gundlach. He has come out and been very bearish on what he sees over the next 12 to 18 months. Again, these folks that are always bearish one way or the other always concern me because no one thing is always right. But in this case, he's talking about the market seeing could see another leg down worse than the first one. So if you remember back in February, or maybe it was early March, it was down roughly 30%. He's talking about perhaps a 50% fall sometime in the next 12 to 18 months. And then because we're not really appreciating all the business closures that are going to happen in Q4, that is something you and I've talked about a couple of times. I really do think there's a bunch of retailers holding on for the holiday season that will give up after. And I believe restaurants and gyms and pubs and things like that will just give up the ghost when they get locked down again. GM, General Motors, actually reported an uptick in car sales in China. 12%, that's the first month-on-month growth in a long time. So China does seem to be moving along. And then lastly, I've been talking about for at least a month now about millennials changing the real estate market. And I just got some actual data from, again, one couple, but I believe this is happening all over the country. So this couple, husband, wife, 2 kids, they rented in Battery Park, New York, $5,500. 5500. Both of their employers have since said you could work from home. They just bought a house in upstate New York for $1,000 mortgage payment. Think about that. This is what millennials are getting offered. They've always, the old talk. They're always going to rent. They want the lifestyle. Nope. Sorry, folks. As Jonathan Twombly and I talked last week, the numbers don't support that. And if you could spend $5,500 a month renting, and then keep your jobs and own a home and pay $1,000, what would you do? That's life changing. Even if you add in the cost of home ownership, you're still saving $3,000, $2,500 a month. That couple is seriously considering mom or dad not working so they can raise the kids. Millennials are going to be huge buyers of affordable homes in the suburbs for the next 12 to 18 months. Given that they are the largest buying pool that has delayed decisions and this crisis is going on, the supply-demand balance is going to be out of whack for a while. As long as you could go from renting for $5,500 in Battery Park and get a mortgage for $1,000 in something you own, they're going to do it. But here's the deal. They're going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to tell their friends. And this feeding frenzy, it's just getting started. It is just getting started. You wait. I see no chance of national housing prices falling next year. All right, everybody, that's the daily financial news. Remember, if you want to be able to say you are in the first 10,000, you probably have to subscribe today because we're only 32 short at the beginning of this recording. All right, take care of yourself. I will be doing my interview with Greg Dickerson at 8 o'clock Pacific, so about 15 minutes. Take care. Bye-bye.